at the data, and we know that police somehow manage to de-escalate, disarm, and not kill white people every day.
Hey, boss!
We've been floating this country on credit for centuries, yo. And we're done watching and waiting while this invention called whiteness uses and abuses us, burying black people out of sight and out of mind while extracting our culture, our dollars, our entertainment like oil, black gold, ghettoizing and demeaning our creations.
Gold chains.
Right.
It's getting a little passe by now, don't you think?
Then stealing them, gentrifying our genius.
Amazing.
And then trying us on like costumes before discarding our bodies like rinds of strange fruit.
You know, you wear cornrows as someone that's African American.
And that's not an homage to the look?
No, because over the summer our hair gets kind of frizzy. And so you put the braids in, but when my friends are feeling me. And, you know, you have someone like Kendall Jenner who will wear it, and all of a sudden it's fun and fresh and hip, and it's new, when it really is a form of cultural appropriation. And I think that, you know, it's wonderful.
Is it insensitive for Kylie to do it? Should she not do it, or?
You know, I think intent is really important. And so, yes, she can do it, but it's wonderful to love black culture. But when black people are being murdered on the street, and when black people are being discriminated against, where are you?
Yesterday would have been young Tamir Rice's 14th birthday. So I don't want to hear any more about how far we've come when paid public servants can pull a drive-by on a 12-year-old playing alone in a park in broad daylight, killing him on television and then going home to make a sandwich. Tell Rakia Boyd how it's so much better to live in 2012 than it is to live in 1612 or 1712. Tell that to Eric Garner. Tell that to Sandra Bland. Tell that to Dorian Hunt. There has been no war that we have not fought and died on the front lines of. There has been no job we haven't done. There's no tax they haven't levied against us, and we've paid all of them. But freedom is somehow always conditional here. You're free, they keep telling us. But she would have been alive if she hadn't acted so free. Now, freedom is always coming in the hereafter. But you know what, though? The hereafter is a hustle. We want it now. And let's get a couple things straight. Just a little side note. The burden of the brutalized is not to comfort the bystander. That's not our job. All right, stop with all that. If you have a critique for the resistance, for our resistance, then you better have an established record of critique of our oppression. If you have no interest in equal rights for black people, then do not make suggestions to those who do. Sit down.
Equal rights. Please tell me, Mr. Williams, what rights black people don't have? Also, white people, yeah, we do have a record of critique of your oppression. In fact, do you know how many of our ancestors fought in the Civil War to free your ancestors? Bloodiest war in the United States history was over what was right, and it was largely white people fighting it. In fact, it was white Southern Democrats who fought for, not against, slavery.
Delicious, I can tell you that much. Oh, big one. Oh, stop it. And there you go.
Excuse me, where's my plate?
You don't get a plate.
Why not?
It doesn't matter.
My plate matters.
Hey, all plates matter.
Oh, yeah, of course they do. I'm just saying, where's my plate?
Are you saying your plate matters more than mine?
Yeah, my plate matters too.
Okay, but you all have your plates and I don't have mine. So what's the problem with what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, you have a history of not tipping, so maybe you didn't deserve the justice.
Really, you gonna go there?
And God please forgive me, and you can delete me if you get mad at me. If you are white and you working in a black community and you are racist, you need to be ashamed of yourself. You stood up there and took an oath. If this is not where you want to work at, then you need to take your behind somewhere else. I decided to work in the African American community because I'm African American and I wanted to make a difference. I could have worked in Parma. I could have worked in Lakewood. I could have worked in North Olmsted. I'm a double minority. They would have got 2 hits for me because I'm African American and I'm a female. I'm here because I wanted to make a difference. But how dare you stand next to me in the same uniform and murder somebody? How dare you? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. So why don't we just keep it real? If you're that officer, then know good and well you got a God complex. You're afraid of people that don't look like you. You have no business in that uniform. Take it off. If you're afraid to go and talk to an African American female or male or a Mexican male or female because they're not white like you, take the uniform off. You have no business being a police officer. Because there's many of us that will give our life for anybody. And we took this oath and we meant it. If you are that officer that's prejudiced, take the uniform off and put the KKK hoodie on.
The thing is that just because we're magic doesn't mean we're not real.
And I'm in the now. And it don't take no x-ray to see right through my smile. I know I be on the go, and it ain't no drink out there that can numb my soul.